Hi, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Grade Up and welcome again to many of you who were there in the part 1 as well. So now we are going to discuss part 2 of slot 1. We have already discussed the first 13 questions of the quant section. The next 13 we are going to discuss now, right? So I'll just wait for a minute for the other people to join and after that we'll start. Okay, so I think we can start now. So let's start with our first question, or you can say 14th one. We have already done the first 13 questions. So let's start with the 14th question now here. Okay, let's look at the question. The question says, a straight road connects points A and B. The car 1 travels from A to B and car 2 travels from B to A, both leaving at the same time. After meeting each other, they take 45 minutes and 20 minutes respectively to complete their journeys. If car 1 travels at the speed of 60, then the speed of car 2. So again, I would say this is a basic level question from the concepts of time, speed and distance. There is a direct rule based upon which this question is that if two people are moving towards each other and they meet at a particular point, after meeting they take t1 and t2 time to reach their destinations, then there is a direct rule to find out the ratio of their speeds, right? So here again that is used. A and B are the 2 points. So car 1 is coming from here, car 2 is coming from here. They meet at a particular point, let's say here. After that, the car 1 takes 41 minutes to reach B and car 2 takes 20 minutes to reach A. In that case, speed of car 1 to the speed of car 2 is the square root of time of car 2 upon time of car 1. That's a direct rule. So again, I would say people who have prepared for CAT, they must be knowing this, that if two objects meet at a point and after meeting they take certain time to reach their destinations, then the ratio of their speeds is inverse of the ratio of their times ka square root. Okay? Reciprocal of their times ka square root. So here I can say the time taken by car 2 is 20, the time taken by car 1 is 45. So the ratio of their speeds, ये आ जाएगा 4/9, that is 2:3. And what is given to us? That find the speed of car 2 if car 1 की speed has given as 60. तो ये 60 दे रखी है. So if 2 parts are equal to 60, then 3 parts will be equal to 90. A super easy question, I would say, for a person who is preparing for CAT, because it is directly based upon a simple rule that we have already done. That after meeting at a point, if they take t1 and t2 time to reach the destinations, the ratio of their speeds is inverse of the ratio of their times ka square root. This is how we get it. I hope this is clear to all of you, right? So this is question number 14 that we have. Straightforward, should not be any doubts. So anything else that we could have done using the options or something? So I do not find it that it could have been done by using the options again, or any further shortcut that could have been used. I mean, I find it slightly difficult to use it here. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Question number 15. A person spent 50,000 to purchase a desktop computer and a laptop computer. He sold the desktop at 20% profit and laptop at 10% loss. Overall, he made 2% profit. Then the price of desktop is. So one way of doing it is कि मैं ये कर लेता हूँ. Let us say the price of desktop is X. So the price of laptop would be 50,000 minus X, right? He sold the desktop at 20% profit. So on the desktop, you have a profit of 20%, that is 0.2x. लैपटॉप पे 10% का लॉस है, 10% का लॉस मतलब 50,000 माइनस एक्स पे 10% का लॉस, दैट इज माइनस ऑफ दिस, एंड ओवरऑल ही मेड 2% प्रॉफिट. सो 50,000 का 2% इज 1,000. So overall there is a profit of 1,000 rupees. So I can solve this equation. This is not a lengthy equation. 0.2x minus 50,000 into 0.1, that is 5,000, plus x into 0.1, that is 0.1x, that is equal to 1,000, and this gives me 0.3x is equal to 6,000, or x is 2,000. I'm sorry, 20,000. So x is 20,000. क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहा है आपसे? What is the price of the desktop? That is x, और वो x आ ही गया 20,000. So कुछ ऐसा नहीं लग रहा that now we are feeling that the questions were too easy. So why have we scored this low in such a paper? I mean, isn't it a बिल्कुल basic level of question that we generally do in equations or profit, loss and discount wherever you are using this? I mean, you might have done such a question in various places. Probably we would have used it in linear equations as well. We would have done such a question in profit, loss and discount. We would have done such a question in alligation as well, because the same question can be done through alligation too, right? I'm writing that second solution over here. On one you have 20% profit, on other you have minus 10% profit, that's kind of 10% loss, and overall you have 2% profit. So the difference of 20 and 2 is 18. The difference of 2 and minus 10 is 12. So the ratio of their prices is 2:3. तो 50,000 को आप 2:3 के रेशियो में बांटोगे, one price would be 20,000, one price would be 30,000. So straight away the answer is 20,000 that way as well. Not a difficult question, right? Rather, I would say again a very easy question, super easy question. If I look at the scores of CAT this year. So again, when I look at the students, probably they are scoring too less in this paper, but the questions are not that difficult. I don't know that why the scores are being so less in this paper. Anyways, let's move forward now to the next one, question number 16. So this was probably one of the most difficult questions that I figured out in the entire paper. Many people probably would not have answered to this question, but I think that this is one tricky question that appeared from CAT. Okay? And a beautiful question as well, because if you are logically good, you can probably do this question very fast. Okay? But if you go into the definitions, you see there are 4 distinct real roots. It's a 4-degree equation. So let's write down a 4-degree equation. Try to put 5 plus x and 5 minus x. That will make it almost undoable, right? So f of 5 plus x is equal to f of 5 minus x, and f of x is equal to 0 has 4 roots. We have to find out the sum of these roots. So these are the 4 options given to us. Now when I say f of x is equal to 0 has 4 roots, but the functions are like 5 plus x, 5 minus x, I would try to make them as f of x, right? उनको भी मैं f of x बनाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. So how can I make any one of these as x? So I have f of 5 plus x is equal to f of 5 minus x. What if I replace x with x minus 5? I am replacing x with x minus 5, right? So just try to replace it now. You will see if x is equal to x minus 5, that means this will become 5 plus x minus 5, and this will become 5 minus x minus of minus, that is plus 5. Or f of x is equal to f of 10 minus x. F of x is equal to f of 10 minus x, which means if f of x becomes 0 at a particular point, if f of x becomes 0, that is a root, then f of 10 minus x will also become 0 at that point, right? If f of x and f of 10 minus x are equal, so if f of x becomes 0 at a point, f of 10 minus x would also become 0 at a point. That means if alpha is a root, so f of alpha should be 0. So can I say f of 10 minus alpha should also be 0? So automatically a root appears as 10 minus alpha. And if beta is a root, That means f of beta is 0. So again I can say f of 10 minus beta would also be equal to 0. So 10 minus beta would also appear as a root. So one of the roots is alpha, one of the roots is beta, one is 10 minus alpha, one is 10 minus beta. The question is asking you about the sum of all those. The sum of all those factors is 20. So 20 should be the correct answer for this question. I find this as the most difficult question for most of the students. I mean, I saw that many of the students could not do this question. So even later on when I talked to some of the students, they were saying that this was the one question which we could not figure out any solution as for this question even later on. But if you actually do this by a nice method, probably you would be able to get it easily. So Akhilesh Khadse, my score. So why do you want to know my score? Because that is not important. Huh? So Ganesh liked the method. Thank you, Ganesh. By the way, Akhilesh, matlab, this was not a good cat for me. So in quant section, I got 3 questions wrong. So which was very disheartening. Though I attempted 26, but 3 of them were wrong. And I made some silly mistakes. I made a mistake in the question of that mean wala, some mistake in a question of graphs. So some silly mistakes. Yes, I will discuss another method for this question. I'll try once. एक बार करके कोशिश करते हैं. If this is clear to all of you, can we discuss another method for it? Right? एक और method discuss करके देख लेते हैं एक बार. Clear to all, right? ठीक है. So the other method is, see, if I start putting some values, let's say I put x is equal to 1. So can I say f of 6 is equal to f of 4? If I put 2, f of 7 is equal to f of 3. If I put 3, f of 8 is equal to f of 2. So that means I see that it is like around 5. जितना भी आप इधर जा रहे हैं उतना ही उधर जा रहे हैं, then the value becomes equal, right? I mean, in a quadratic graph, you would have seen this, that around the middle value, the values, I mean x away from this and the values x away from this, they are always equal. The same thing is happening here. So the graph must be something like this, right? But it has got 4 roots, right? I mean, it could have been like this as well. ऐसा भी possible है कि ऐसा कुछ होता, और 4 roots हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये या तो ये ग्राफ हमारा ऐसा बन रहा होगा, something like this, or the graph would be something like this, इस तरह का. One of these 2 possibilities is there. But one thing is for sure, this series is telling us, जितना आप 5 से left जाओगे, however left you go from 5, the same distance you have to go from right to make them equal. So wherever you get a root on this side, okay, you get a root on that side at the same distance from it. So one root is, let's say, alpha below 5. So one root would be alpha above 5. So if one root is 5 minus alpha, one would be 5 plus alpha. Similarly, if one is 5 minus beta, the other one would be 5 plus beta. And if the question is asking you about sum of the roots, you will see that all alphas and betas will cancel out, and that way we'll get the answer as 20. Right? Is it clear now, Priyanka? Everyone else? So these are the 2 methods through which you could have answered this question. Yes, Sai Harish, I wanted to know your score for sure. I got stupid score, but can you predict the percentile for 33 marks in slot 3 at least? So if that is the case, Sai Harish, I would say prepare again. Do not go for any college, prepare again. Simple. एक ही बार MBA करनी है, अच्छे से करना, टाइम पास थोड़ी करना है यार. Okay, Nikhil is also interested in my score. क्या हो गया निखिल? अखिलेश भी पूछ रहे हैं. So I don't have a very good score in quant, though I mean to you it might look good, but I didn't like it. So my score is 67 in quantitative aptitude. 3 questions wrong. Chaliye ji. So next question is question number 17 now. So I see many people making mistake in this question now. Question number 17. And many of you would have scored 10 probably, है ना? आपका इसमें आंसर जो आया होगा most probably many people got it 10 because the question was actually asking that after how many years from viz-a-viz investment, ठीक है ना, viz-a-viz के investment से, but many of us we got the answer as 10 and we marked 10. That 10 was the time after J's investment, not viz-a-viz investment. So this says viz-a-viz invested rupees 10,000 at 5% simple interest. And exactly after 2 years, Joy invested 8,000 at 10% simple interest. So how many years after viz-a-viz investment with their balances, that is principal plus accumulated interest, be equal? So viz-a-viz invested 10,000 rupees, 5% simple interest. So basically he is getting 500 rupees as an interest every year. And exactly after 2 years, Joy invested and he is getting 10% interest, that is 800 rupees. So after how many years their investments will become equal? Basically interest plus principal. So let us say they become equal after t years. So 8,000 plus 800 into t. This would be the total investment of Joy, right? Whereas in case of viz-a-viz, by the time Joy invested, that is after 2 years, viz-a-viz had already become 11,000. And now his investment is increasing after by 500 every t years. So this gives me 300t as 3000. So t as 10, and many people answered 10 here. So t is the time after Joy's investment. Question is talking after viz-a-viz investment. So these 2 years will also be included in it, and hence your answer would be 12 years. So after 12 years, their investments, that is principal plus interest, will be equal and they will become same. I hope you understood this question, all of you. Any question, anyone? Any doubt at any point? Anyone having any question now? Okay, looks like no question because this again was an easy question, should not be a question in this. So let's move forward to question number 18. Looking at the options, it looks a difficult question, है ना? So on a rectangular metal sheet of area 135 square inches, a circle is painted such that the circle touches two opposite sides. So let me make the sheet first. So let's say this is the length, this is the breadth. A circle is painted such that it touches two opposite sides. So obviously it cannot touch the shorter sides, it will touch the longer sides. Otherwise the circle will go outside, right? The area of the sheet left unpainted. Acha, this circle is painted. So this circle has been painted. So area of the sheet that is unpainted is 2/3 of the painted area, right? ये छोटी छोटी मिस्टेक्स हैं. आई मीन वी डू दीज मिस्टेक्स इन दी एग्जाम. व्हाट आई हैव सीन, हम लोग कई बार करते हैं. सो इवन आई वॉल व्हाइल डूइंग दिस पेपर, आई मेड दिस मिस्टेक. आई डिडंट सी इट एज पेंटेड, आई फाउंड इट एज 2/3 ऑफ द टोटल. 90 करके ट्राई किया. आई टुक ए लॉट ऑफ टाइम. लेटर ऑन आई सॉ दिस, देन इट लॉट ऑफ टाइम वाज इन्वेस्टेड इन इट. हाँ जी. सो लेफ्ट अनपेंटेड इज 2/3 ऑफ द एरिया दैट इज पेंटेड. दैट मीन्स इफ दिस एरिया विच इज पेंटेड इज 3x, then this area which is unpainted is 2x, and their sum is 135 because total area of the rectangle is 135. So basically from this you can say 3x is equal to 81 because 5x is 135. So 3x is equal to 81. So from here I can say that area of the circle is 81. Area of the circle is 81. Now, what is the area of the circle? So if this is the center, so obviously radius of the circle would be half of the breadth, right? Radius of the circle is half of the breadth. So area would be pi into r square. So half of breadth ka square is pi b square by 4. This is given to us as 81. So what is b square? It is 81 into 4 divided by pi, or b is equal to 18 divided by pi. Sorry, root pi. B is equal to 18 divided by root pi. I hope all of you understood this portion here. So let me just decrease the size of my video. Yes, any problem guys? Understood? Length I have taken as L, breadth is B. So when we make a circle, the radius becomes B by 2. And when the radius becomes B by 2, the area of the circle becomes pi into B by 2 ka whole square. And the total area of the circle, that is the painted area, he says this is 81 because painted area is unpainted area is 2/3 of the painted area. That way we get it. Am I audible to you guys? I don't see any response. Am I audible? Am I visible to all of you? Yes, Priyanka, Sai, Harish, Ganesh. Okay. ठीक है. I just wanted to confirm once. ठीक है. Okay, Akhilesh, thank you. Okay, Ganesh, thank you. तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं इससे. He is asking you then the perimeter of the rectangle. So now we have got the breadth of the rectangle. And we also know the area. Area is L into B, that is 135. So if I put this breadth here, can I say I'll get the length as well? Length कितनी आएगी? 135 divided by the breadth. So 18 divided by root pi. 18 divided by root pi. So 9 2s are 18 and 15 9s are this. So length comes out to be 15 root pi divided by 2. The length is 15 root pi by 2. So I have the length with me, I have the breadth with me, I have to calculate the perimeter. So what is the perimeter? Perimeter is twice of L plus twice of B. So twice of L would be 15 root pi plus twice of B. Twice of B would be 36 divided by root pi. 15 root pi plus 36 divided by root pi. So I think we can take out 3 common. We can take out root pi common. So inside we will have 5 plus 12 divided by pi. That is the fourth option, correct one. But yes, a lengthy question, a difficult question, banta bhi hai. When there are so many easy questions in a paper, so there must be some difficult ones as well. There must be some lengthy one as well. होने भी चाहिए. Is the solution clear to everyone? Anyone having any doubt? So I see even the options were in a form that we probably could not do much even while looking at the options. So we had to solve it throughout and then we had to go to the options. Okay. So let's move forward to the next question. Question number 19. How many 3-digit numbers are there for which the product of their digits is more than 2 but less than 1? So more than 2 but less than 1 का मतलब ये है 3 का product आएगा, 4 आएगा, 5 आएगा और 6. If the product of the digits of a 3-digit number is 3, the digits must be 1, 1 and 3, though the number of numbers that can be formed is 3, 113, 131 and 311. Similarly, if the product is 4, the digits can be 1, 2 and 2 or 1, 1 and 4. But again, the number of numbers that can be formed is 6. That is 3 numbers from 1 to 2 and 3 numbers from 1, 4, 4. 5 बनाने के लिए there must be 1, 1 and 5. So again, the number of numbers that can be formed using these is 3. That is 115, 151 and 511. And lastly, 6 can be formed by 116 or 123 as well. So the point is with 116 you have 2 numbers, but with 123 you have 6 numbers. Sorry, here that is 3. 123 is a 6 numbers banenge. So 6 plus 6 12, 12 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 21. So 21 is the total number of numbers that could have been formed such that the product of the digits is greater than 2 and less than 6. Yes, I hope this is also understood. मतलब मुझे खुद अब ऐसा लग रहा है that these questions were too easy to be done, है ना? मतलब if these were the questions in the QA section, one must have done 17-18 questions. नहीं? Because these are not difficult questions. Even while writing the solution, we see till now I have seen only 2 or 3 questions in which the solution has been lengthy. Otherwise, generally the questions have been easy. मुश्किल नहीं रहे हैं. Okay, let's move forward then to next question, question number 20. So let's look at 20th now. It says the number of distinct real roots of the equation this is what? So now if x plus 1 by x ka whole square, x plus 1 by x is again there. So can I call x plus 1 by x as t? So basically it becomes 3 square minus 3t plus 2 is equal to 0. T square minus 3t plus 2 is equal to 0. So either 2 is equal to 2 or t is equal to 1. Right? But what is t? It is x plus 1 by x. So either x plus 1 by x is 2 or x plus 1 by x is 1. So now we discussed about this today only in one more question, that a plus 1 by a is always greater than equal to 2 if a is positive, and it is less than or equal to minus 2 if a is negative. तो इसका मतलब 1 तो ये किसी भी हालात में नहीं बन सकता, और 2 ये तभी बनेगा basically when x is equal to 1. So we have a solution for this, that x plus 1 by x is equal to 2. That is a possible solution. So this again is an easy question. t square minus 3t plus 2, it simple equation बनी है, कुछ मुश्किल दिया ही नहीं उसने उसमें. Otherwise he could have made the equation difficult. It could have been t square minus 5t plus 17, something of that sort, such that we get some irrational roots and then we figure out x plus 1 by x is equal to that irrational root, whether there is a solution or not. That would have been a difficult task. But here it is an easy question. Any question, guys? Please tell me if it is clear or not. If it is clear, say clear. If you have a doubt, say doubt. If it is clear to you, just type clear. डाउट है तो डाउट लिख दीजिए. विल डिस्कस दैट अगेन देन. Okay, clear to Garima. Priyanka says very clear. Great. Shobit says very easy. Yes, I agree Shobit. It was a very easy question. तो ठीक है जी, आगे बढ़ते हैं 21st. So I will do this question exactly the way I did it during the exam as well. जब मैंने वहां जैसा किया बिल्कुल वैसा ही करेंगे. A solution of volume 40 liters has dye and water in the ratio of 2:3. So dye and water in a ratio of 2:3. So they must be 16 and 24. Water is added to the solution such that the proportion becomes 2:5. The point is only water is added. So dye remains 16. So if dye remains 16 and this 2 part is 16, so 5 parts must be equal to 40. That means 16 more water must have been added such that the ratio becomes 16:40 or 2:5. Next, 1/4 of this diluted solution is taken out. So when 1/4 of the solution is taken out, so 1/4 of everything comes out. 16 में से 1/4 निकल गया, it is 12. 40 में से 1/4 निकल गया, it is 30. How many liters of dye must be added? So only dye is to be added such that the solution the ratio becomes 2:3. So this remains 30 and the ratio becomes 2:3. So this must be 20. And if this must be 20, how much should be added? 8. So 8 is the answer. Such a simple question. So is the question not visible on screen, Garima? Are you guys having any problem in looking at the solution or the question? So Garima says question is not visible on the screen. Are the questions and solutions visible to all of you? Whatever I write, Garima is writing question is not visible. So others, please confirm, is the question clear, visible to you? So Ganesh says it is visible, Priyanka says visible, Indrasam also says visible. So please check it again at your end, Garima, because others are saying it is visible. That should not be the case then. So please try to refresh once. I think you will get it then. My first answer is right in QA, but it is marked wrong. What to do? If that is the case, Divya, so you can just post it in the objection form. You can write it there. It is visible. Okay. Amit Kumar says it is visible. तो होना चाहिए. चलिए जी. So let's move on. It was a simple question. Does not require, I think, any other kind of solution. Though there can be a lengthier solution to this as well. कि मैं replacement वगैरह इसमें use करूँ. That also can be done. But looking at the solution, I do not think that it was needed because the figures were quite easy for us. So easily it could have been done, right? Though you can use other concepts. मतलब जैसे allegation वाला concept होता है, I could have used allegation in this. I could have used replacement. But the numbers are so easy that you can straight away do it. Okay. So let's move forward to next question. Question number 22 now. This says, the area of region satisfying inequality this, this and this is what? So let me make the y-axis. Let me make the x-axis. Area of the region satisfying inequality these three. So y should be greater than equal to 0. That means we are talking about the above x-axis. Y should be less than equal to 1. So y is equal to 1 का line तो ये बनेगा ना, which is passing through y is equal to 1. So y is less than equal to 1 का मतलब इससे नीचे. So we have to look at above x-axis, but we have to look at the line below y is equal to 1. And mod x minus y is less than equal to 1. So how do we work with it? See, the point is mod x minus y is equal to 1. एक बार x को positive ले लो, you will have x minus y is equal to 1. एक बार x को negative ले लो, that is minus x minus y is equal to 1. X minus y is equal to 1, and the second one you can say x plus y is equal to minus 1. X plus y is equal to minus 1 or x minus y is equal to 1. So x minus y is equal to 1 would be a line like this. ठीक है, जो यहां भी 1 से पास कर रही होगी, यहां भी it is passing through 0, minus 1. So we have a line like this. ठीक है, and obviously it will pass here at 2, 1. And there is another line, that is x plus y is equal to minus 1. It will pass like this. X plus y is equal to minus 1. So here it will pass through minus 1, 0. Here it will pass through minus 2, 1. Right? So now we have to find the area between these three. I did this question wrong and I am extremely angry over me by doing this wrong. Because obviously the base of this line now, we all know the base is 2 plus 2, 4, right? The base of this whole line is equal to 4 and the perpendicular is 2. So what is the area of this complete triangle? Half of 4 into 2, that is 4. And I marked the answer 4. I didn't say that I actually do not have to consider this area, right? वो तो हमसे सिर्फ ऊपर वाले एरिया के बारे में पूछ रहा है ना. He is only asking you about the area of this trapezium. ठीक है, so either you could have used the area of trapezium का formula or you just subtract the area of this triangle. Now area of this triangle would be half of 2 into 1, that is equal to 1. So this 1 was to be subtracted and hence the answer was equal to 3. So though it is based upon coordinate geometry, looks like a difficult question, but actually an easy question. I would say that this was again easy. So as Aman Singh is also saying, even I feel this, Aman. Now I am finding that the questions were probably too easy. Hardly there was any question which requires too long calculations or something, and all of them were based upon the basic concepts. No question was talking about the concepts that we keep doing. है ना, हम लोग पढ़ते रहते हैं how to get the integral points inside a figure, etc, etc. We keep doing that, but that was actually not needed here. So I hope this solution is clear to everyone, all of you, no doubts. Shobit, I also did it wrong, yaar. I am feeling so bad about this question that I marked 4. I didn't see that it was saying that y is greater than equal to 0. चलिए जी, so let's move forward now to question number 23. A circle is inscribed in a rhombus with diagonals 12 and 16, the ratio of the area of the circle to the area of the rhombus. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So a circle is inscribed. Oh, this was not needed. I'm sorry. ये तो उसका question ही नहीं है. We just have to make a rhombus. He says one diagonal of the rhombus is 16. So this diagonal is, let's say, 16. One diagonal is 12. So this diagonal is, let's say, 12. So basically we know that the rhombus diagonals, they intersect at 90 degrees. So 16 अगर था तो ये 8 हो जाएगा, ये 6 हो जाएगा, और of course ये 10 हो जाएगा. This is the form, right? The ratio of the area of the circle to the area of the rhombus. Now a circle has been formed inside it. So a circle has been formed. So circle would look like this. Okay. Now I have to figure out the radius of this circle. So can I say this radius would be basically this perpendicular? Because the side of the rhombus would become tangent to the circle. So this perpendicular is needed. And there is a direct rule to find out the length of the perpendicular in case of a right angle triangle. It is given by P into B divided by H. Again, if you have prepared well, you must be knowing this rule. That in a right angle triangle, the perpendicular is given by perpendicular into base divided by hypotenuse. So therefore 4.8. So area of the circle is pi into 4.8 into 4.8, that is pi r square. And area of the rhombus is given by half of the product of two diagonals. This is what the question is asking you. So how would I do it? First of all, 2 से ये 12 cancel out हो जाएगा 6 पे, 6 से ये 4.8 cancel out हो जाएगा 0.8 पे, 0.8 से 16 कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा 20 पे, और 4 5s are 20, 4 12s are, so it is 1.2 pi divided by 5, or let's multiply by 5, we will have 6 pi divided by 25. So option 1 is the correct answer for this question. Is it clear, guys? Any doubts? In all these questions, though, I also thought that probably we could do something through the options, because when I looked at this question in the exam, I thought in the denominator I should have the area of the rhombus. Area of the rhombus is how much? It is actually equal to 96. So denominator must be a factor of 96. In none of the options it is. Because of that 4.8, the figures got cancelled out and we got somehow 25 in the denominator, which was slightly a different thing. Right? I mean, I could have said it had both the things been integers, लेकिन वो integers नहीं है, तो ऐसे में हम लोग नहीं बोल सकते. It has to be a multiple of that. Okay. Let's move forward to question number 24 and talk about this question as well. If y is a negative number such that 2 raised to the power y square log 5 to the base 3 is equal to 5 to the power log 3 to the base 2, then y equals. Now there was one very important thing here, that y is a negative number, right? So when I say log of 1 by 5 with base 2 or log of 1 by 3 with base 2, so one thing is straight away clear, that 2 to the power something is a number which is a number less than 1. We all know that log 1 is equal to 0. So when log 1 is equal to 0, so whenever this number here is less than 1, right? And the base is greater than 1, it always gives you negative values. It always gives you negative values, and therefore only these two options could not have been the answers, because he is saying y is a negative number and in these two options y comes out to be a positive number, right? I mean log of 1 by 5 with base 2, जो मैं यहाँ बात कर रहा हूँ, it must be negative. Power of 2 is giving you 1 by 5. Power of 2, when it is 0, it gives you 1. When it is less than 0, only then it can give you 1 by 5. So ultimately, log of 1 by 5 is a negative number. Log of 1 by 3 is a negative number. With a negative number, if you put another negative sign, so finally value positive हो गई. But finally the value has to be negative, because the question is saying that y is a negative number, so your answer should be a negative number only, right? Therefore, first option and fourth option straight away cannot be the answers. Answer would be either second option or third option. To do that, you can do one thing. You can straight away put any one of the values. 1/3 या 1/5 put करके check कर लो. If I put log 1/3 to the base 2, if it satisfies, it is the answer. If it does not satisfy, the other one is the answer. When two of the options are eliminated, you can always substitute the value. That is the best way of doing the question then, right? So here I could have substituted the values and still could have got the right answer in this case. So what is the conventional way of doing this question? Let's come to that first. So first of all, I see here the base is 3. Okay, log ka base 3 hai. Here the base is 2. On the right hand side, I have 5 to the power log 3 to the base 2. And I have here log to the power 5. So can I write this left hand side as 2 to the power log 5 to the base 3 whole to the power y square? Many people object to this, that how can you write this? So let me tell you. If I write 2 to the power ab, I can write this as 2 raised to the power a whole raised to the power b. I can also write this as 2 raised to the power b whole raised to the power a. So ultimately the power will become a into b only. So if it is written in the form of a product, so you can anytime can take any of the powers outside. That is completely up to you. You can write like this. There is no problem with that. Right? I hope this is clear to all of you now. Okay, I can write this. On the right hand side, still it is 5 to the power something. Now there is another property that a to the power log b can also be written as b to the power log a. A to the power log b is equal to b to the power log a. I'll again say that all the people who would have prepared for CAT, they will find that these questions were actually easy, because if you have studied these properties of log, you can straight away use them. See, the point is on the right hand side we have 5 ki power log. On the left hand side we have 2 to the power log, but that is log 5. So at least by using a to the power log b is equal to b to the power log a, I can write this as 5 to the power log 2 with base 3 पूरा का y square is equal to 5 to the power log 3 with base 2. Right? And obviously now if both sides are powers of 5, they can be put equal. So y square into log 2 with base 3 is equal to log 3 with base 2. Or y square is equal to log 3 with base 2 divided by log 2 with base 3. Right? And log 2 with base 3 can also be written as log 3 with base 2 ka reciprocal. I mean, this is another property now, that log of a with base b is equal to 1 by log of b with base a. So I can use this property as well at this point. Okay? So I have written log 2 to the base 3 as log 3 to the base 2 ka reciprocal. So it goes up and it becomes log 3 to the base 2 ka square. So ultimately y is plus minus log 3 with base 2. Y is plus minus log 3 with base 2. Now what happens that if I write 3 as 1 by 3, so this minus sign will go outside and y would become minus plus log of 1 by 3 with base 2. And because we know we have to give the negative 1 as the answer, so log 1 by 3 with base 2 is the answer straight away, because ultimately y has to be a negative number. So negative answer must be there. Oh, thanks a lot, the moderator. I don't know your name, but that's definitely appreciable. Yes, any doubt guys? Though I know it's a lengthy solution, I understand that, but obviously I mean we could not do anything, because there are some of the questions which were lengthy, and this is a part of those questions. There are many questions, 26 questions. We have seen super easy questions, we have seen easy questions, so there must be some such questions as well. I think there were 4 or 5 such questions. So anyways, the other questions were easy, so this is a leveler, I can say, for those questions, that one such question should also be there, right? If there is any doubt at any step in this question, please tell me. I'll repeat that or I'll move forward to the next question. Yes, NIL Gaming. So I don't know your name, but whatever the name is, this was tricky. I agree with your opinion for sure. So a lengthy solution. So I saw that from the options we could only say that because option 1 and 4 are positive and y is negative, so 1 and 4 are ruled out. But 2 and 3. So start with any one of 2 and 3. I would say start with option 2 only. The reason is that log ka base is 3 or 2. The base is never 5. So when you take log of a number which is power of 5, it would not be solved. It will be solved only if it is a power of 3. So take log of 1 by 3 and check. It will automatically satisfy. Probably that should have been a better way of doing this question. Let's move on to question number 25 now. So what does this question say? A train traveled at 1/3 of its usual speed and hence reached the destination 30 minutes after the scheduled time. So normal speed is S, normal scheduled time is T. So if the train is moving at 1/3 of the speed, can I say the time taken would be 3T? He says 30 minutes after the scheduled time. That means the difference in these two times is 30 minutes. So I can say the scheduled time of the train is 15 minutes. If your speed becomes 1/3, your time becomes thrice. If the time becomes thrice, in that case, the time increases by twice. T से 3T हो रहा है. The increase in time is 2T and that 2T is given as 30 minutes. So from there we get to know that T is equal to 15 minutes. So the scheduled time of the train was 15. Because of 1/3 speed, it was taking 30 minutes extra. On its return journey, so basically let us say this was the journey. So it should have taken 15 minutes, but actually it took 45 minutes to reach there. On the return journey, the train initially traveled at a speed for 5 minutes. So while coming back, see, the normal time taken is 15 minutes. So while coming back, he says the train initially traveled at the usual speed. So time taken is 15 minutes to cover the whole stretch at the usual speed. But if you travel for 5 minutes, can I say you would cover 1/3 of the distance? And now only that much distance is remaining which can be covered at the usual speed in 10 minutes. The remaining distance can be covered at a usual speed in 10 minutes. 10 more minutes, I mean. But then stopped for 6 minutes for an emergency. So now the train is left with only 6 minutes if we want to reach at the scheduled time. You have traveled for 5 minutes. 10 minutes is remaining, but 4 minutes is the stoppage time for some emergency. So 6 minutes are remaining. The percentage by which the train must now increase the usual speed so as to reach the destination is nearest to. So you could have taken 10 minutes, but you want to take now only 6 minutes. So your time has reduced from 10 to 6. So can I say speed, which is inversely proportional to time, should increase from 6 to 10? If the time has reduced from 10 to 6, the speed must increase from 6 to 10. और 6 से अगर 10 हो रही है speed, इसका मतलब there is an increase of 4 on a base of 6, which is equal to 66.66%, and that is closest to 67%. So I see that all the TSD questions are basic level questions of proportionality. I mean, as far as I remember, this is the third question which is based upon time, speed and distance. And all the three questions have been based upon proportionality only. Rather, I think this is the fourth question, not third one. Now, this is also a revelation for me as well, that out of these 26 questions, this was the fourth question from time, speed and distance. There was one question in which the trains met and they took 45 and 20 minutes to reach their destinations. There was one question when the train was passing through two people, covered them 90 seconds, 100 seconds, right? Then the question was asking what will be the time taken to cover an electric post. There was one question when a person moves at a speed of 8, he reaches at 10:15, at a speed of 15, he reaches at 9:40. At what speed should he move to reach at this time? This is the fourth question we are witnessing from time, speed and distance. One small topic gives you 4 questions from it, which is huge, I would say. Right? This is even a revelation for me. I mean, I'll be telling this throughout the year to all my students that how important TSD is. That 4 questions from I mean one small area, one single class, 4 question usse aage. That's a very important thing. So let's come to the last question now. That is question number 26. It says x is equal to this, then which of the following equals 64, right? So I see 4096 and 64 is 4096 ka square root. So first of all, if I take the power on the other side, can I say x is ki power 1 upon 7 plus 4 root 3 is 4096? Or I can also say it is 64 square. This 2 will also go on the other side. It will become x to the power 1 upon 2 into 7 plus 4 root 3 is equal to 64. So this should be my answer. But the answers are in a different format. And in the denominator, you see 7 plus 4 root 3. So we have done this from our school time, that whenever this form is there in the denominator, you do rationalization. So multiply with 7 minus 4 root 3 in the numerator and in the denominator as well. Numerator or denominator, दोनों में इसको multiply कर दो. This will give you 64, right? Now what does it become? 7 minus 4 root 3, or नीचे it has become 2. Because this complete thing is equal to 1. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. 7 square is 49, right? Minus 4 root 3 square is 48. So it becomes only 2 in the denominator. So this whole is equal to 64. So I can say x to the power 7 by 2 into x to the power minus 4 root 3 by 2 or minus 2 root 3. तो 2 root 3 नीचे जाके plus 2 root 3 बनेगा, and hence my answer would become option 3, that x to the power 7 by 2 upon x to the power 2 root 3. So this was the 26th question for us from CAT slot 1 QA. We have discussed all 26 questions, and trust me, if I look at these questions, I find 15 questions, at least 15 questions were in the category of super easy. I mean, go back, check your paper, you will also find them. We have discussed all of them, and you can see through the discussions that 15 of the questions were hardly 2 or 3 line solutions, directly based upon the basic concepts of quantitative aptitude. So now it looks like it was not such a difficult paper, but probably that time boundation of 40 minutes put a lot of pressure on us, and because of which we were not able to do well. This is what I feel now, that was the problem where we got this. Abhishek says PDF kahan milega? Abhishek, PDF is available on your CAT website, IIMCAT website. So go to IIMCAT website, go to your account, you have to log in there along with your ID and password. So there you get the candidate response sheet. So in that you have all the question answers and your attempts as well, that what did you attempt in the paper, that everything is over there. Okay, so anyone else having any question? Is competition in college level similar to CAT? No, I would say that first of all there is a difference of studies. First of all, okay, the way you study in CAT is different from that of a college level. If you talk about in numbers, I mean there is no comparison between the two. In CAT around 2,27,000 people appear for it, and generally these people are serious, okay? Because in college we are not normally serious about our exams, and we just start reading 2 days back and we see these are the previous year question papers. So from that we can get an idea what kind of questions appear in these exams. But CAT is very different from that, especially LRDI, I see. Okay, any further question for anyone? Hi, good afternoon, Mansi Kashyap. We are about to close the session now. I've just seen you. So yes, this was the last question of slot 1 that we have discussed. I hope you understood all the questions. I hope you like the solution as well. I hope you like the session. So probably GradeUp is the first one to give you this detailed analysis of these papers. So just subscribe to GradeUp and you'll keep on getting all the necessary and required information. We'll be discussing the DILR, verbal ability of slot 1, then slot 2, slot 3. We'll be discussing about the expected percentiles, okay, around these scores. So what can be the percentile, and then we'll also conduct some sessions in which I'll tell you that at this score which all colleges you can apply, which all colleges you may not. So this all that we are going to do in the coming days. So stay connected with us. I hope you'll have a better idea about the things then, right? So this is the complete schedule that you can see on your screen, right? So we are QA we have already done now. This was slot 1 QA which we have right now completed. The DILR discussion is going to start from 2:30. Okay, we have slot 3 DILR at 6:30 and slot 2 DILR at 9 PM. So all of them would be discussed on December 8 only, right? And questions to be challenged. So this time would be there on the GradeUp app. Just stay awake with it. Okay, subscribe to the channel and you will get to know about the timings of the other sessions as well. So as I told you, everything is going to be discussed in the coming days. Okay, so just stay tuned to the GradeUp playlist in the description, okay, which we have given in the YouTube description. You can find it over there. Okay, so I hope no further questions from anyone, right? So these are the upcoming exams. So just to give you an idea about these, and how many days are left for these. SNAP 2020, just after 12 days you have SNAP 2020, which is on 20th of December. Then we have ZET after 26 days, IFT after 47 days. So that means even if you do all these papers of CAT, Quant, DI, LR, verbal ability, everything, that will be a part of your preparation. Keep this in mind. So just revise all the concepts through these sessions, and obviously these are authentic questions appeared in CAT. So obviously they'll be preparing you for these upcoming exams which are there, right? These are our courses which are going on right now. For the non-CAT exams, we have these for SNAP, IFT, ZET, etc. So there's a course going on, Mission MBA. We are also conducting a course for decision making, especially. I would say this is very important for the people who are writing ZET exam. Trust me, decision making can just turn your fortunes within a fortnight. I mean, within 10-15 days, you can increase your score in decision making from 2-3 to around 15-16. That will make a huge difference. Okay, so prepare for decision making well. Keep this in mind. If you want to succeed in ZET, decision making is your section, right? We have also the GK and current affair course and a special course for GD, VET and PI. So for CAT 2021, we are having a comprehensive course. All the people who are teaching there, they all are 99 percentilers, right? Rather 99 plus. Many of them are 100 percentilers as well. You have expert guidance by the CAT toppers. You have complete day-wise study plan. Live classes, quizzes would be there, and GD, VET, PI preparation, because it is comprehensive. So basically everything would be covered over there. And the GradeUp Super subscription is there, in which you get unlimited access to all the live courses which are going on, right? So whatever course is going on, you get access to that, to all the mock tests, sectional tests, you get all the doubt resolution as well. The complete report card would also be there. So everything would be given to you for these 4 durations: 18 months, 12 months, 6 months and 3 months. So you can just figure out the other things by visiting our app. And these are the faculties who would be teaching you. You can see their percentiles along with this, which tells about their knowledge, and the experience is visible on their faces. For all the people, you can see that, right? So all the best, guys. So that's all about today's session. I hope you liked it. So thank you very much now. Have a good day.